everybody, welcome back to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and here on the YouTube channel. And today we're going to do something cool. We're going to take a look at the brand new plugin offering by IK Multimedia. This is the T-RACS 6 plugin. We're going to take a look at the new layout, the new GUI, talk to you about some of the features, listen to it on a few tracks, and then you're going to be able to go check it out because their link will be in the description box below and you can check it out for yourself. Full disclosure, they did send me T-RACS 6. IK Multimedia did, so I could do this review for you. No money exchanged hands. I'm not even committed to do a video. I've just been using their products for a long time and I like them. And I've done a lot of their products in the past, plugin reviews, the IK Multimedia ARC, the room correction, all that. And I think they got great stuff. And I love the way they redesigned this. And I want to show that to you today. Plus they have 7 new plugins as part of this. And they have a whole new plugin subscription, a whole bunch of new stuff. So I'm not committed to do a video, but I do like their stuff and I do recommend it. So I want to show it to you today. So before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Also, go out to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com. I want you to download that free mixing course that is right at the top of the homepage. It's my gift to you just for visiting Home Recording Made Easy. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to give you something else for free. Also, if you want to download the multi-tracks that we're going to be using in this session, just kind of a rock, drum, bass, guitar thing, link will be in the description box. Download the same multi-tracks we're going to kind of listen to in a little bit here. And you can mix it and play around with it for yourself. Okay, here we go. So we're here in Studio One. So let's talk a little bit about this IK Multimedia T-RACS 6. So I got it on a track here. Let's open it up. So I want to show you the new GUI, which I'm sure you've seen in other YouTube videos. The first thing is you can resize this thing, which is really cool. That's always a plus. Now, with the T-RACS 6, they have all of the T-RACS 6 plugins inside of this one plugin, like a host plugin. So you can build your signal chain, so on and so forth. And it's a much more, simplified workflow. Everything is in one plugin window kind of a thing, which is really cool. And I'll show you how this works in a second. However, you can also, if you didn't want to use their main GUI plugin and you just wanted to use, let's say, their Black 76 on one of your tracks, you could still take the single plugin out of your browser and your DAW and just drag it onto a track like you always did. So you can still work with it in the old way, but I think this makes way more sense to me. So let's walk through this little plugin host, if you will, that you drop in every one of your tracks that you're going to be using IK Multimedia's T-RACS here. So when you first open this up, it may look like this. If you click this module list, it's going to bring up all the different plugins that you have as part of your T-RACS bundle. Now, I have the T-RACS 6 Max, which is their top tier with all of their plugins. There's a few different levels, a few different tiers of plugins. Again, when you check the link in the description box, it'll bring you out to their website where they have a chart showing you, depending on the level of tier that you purchase, what plugins come with what tier, if that makes any sense. So yours may look a little bit more or less populated than mine if you have a lesser tier. But for example, here is all of the dynamics here, and you'll see across the top we have dynamics, EQ, reverb, delay, harmonic, and other. So if we click on dynamics, this will show you all the dynamics that we have available to us. The equalizer section, all the different equalizers, which is cool. Oh, and it'll also, okay, so if you want to see dynamics and EQ, if I click off dynamics, we're just going to show the EQ. Then we have all the reverbs, which are great. These reverbs are great. The one thing I will say about IK Multimedia, I've always liked their reverbs. Always, always, always. In particular, the Fame Studio, Sunset Sound, and the Farm Stone Room. Great. I've done reviews on this channel on all of those. You can go check those out in the past from the archive. We have all our delays here, which is cool. 3 delays, harmonics, which is tape machines, saturators, a clipper, and then we have other, which is, what is this? Oh, bass one, which is a new plugin we'll talk about in a bit, a Leslie, a filter, a quad multi-band compressor EQ thingy, and then a mic emulation thing. So we have a ton of different stuff here, and if you want to highlight them all, you can see them all on one big list if you want to do that, which is kind of nice. So that's cool. So that's how you get to everything. And I loved it, the fact that it's all nice and just big, you can see the images. It's easy to see. It's easy to find. You're not scrolling through a list of text. I like the icon imagery. That's really cool. Now, let's say you have a bundle of their plugins, and let's say you find that you only use about a half a dozen or 10 or 15 of the plugins, and there's lots of them that you don't like or don't use for one reason or another, and you don't want to see them in your main list. Well, you could come over to the modules manager, excuse me. Oh, I got to put my password in. You only have to do that the first time. And this will allow you to turn on and off what you want to see in that GUI. So here's all the plugins, tells you whether you own them or not, in which ones you may not own if you have a lower tier, and then you can turn them on or off so you only see what you want to see, if that makes any sense here. Okay, so that's something that you could keep in mind. Well, we'll keep them all on because why wouldn't we do that? Along the top here, we have this A, B, C, and D, which allows you to audition different signal or workflow chains that I'm going to show you in a second if you want to A/B stuff, which is really cool. We click this little sandwich menu. This is going to give us our preferences, our info, our account information, and all of that. And then down the bottom here in the center, this is where you're going to drag and drop your signal flow. It's kind of like working with analog gear, right? It's like a virtual patch bay in a way. And then we have an input meter and output meter. So for example, we're on a kick in track here. I'll solo this up for a second. Now we can either just grab the stuff that we want. We could build our own signal chain, which I think is really cool and it's perfect for someone who's getting into mixing and is still not sure about, how to use an EQ, how to use dynamics, or which combinations of things to put together, is to use the presets. And if we click on load preset, we're going to get this preset dialog box here, and it's going to be broken down by mastering and mixing. And there's a bunch of presets in here. Along the side here, we can also see, we can show all the presets. We can see just the T-Rack 6 presets, any of the legacy from the older products, any user created. You can save your own signal chains, which is really cool. So if you have like a vocal chain of a EQ compressor saturator that you really like, you could save that as a preset and call that up in your future projects, which is nice. Then they're filtered out by type. Different characters. I mean, all kinds of ways that you can search for stuff, but let's just do show all. And we're on a kick in track, kick mic in the drum. Click on mixing. We can go down the drums and you can see all the different presets they have. So we go down one of the kicks. We have kick 1, kick 2, kick 3, kick dark, kick loop, kick puff, kick strong. You get it. Let's just do kick 1, for example. And we'll close this and you'll see it will pull up, in this case, the British channel, which is their SSL, and it looks like their API EQ. So let me bypass this. Let me play this kick track so you can just hear what we're dealing with. I'll turn it up a little so you can hear it. Here's the original kick. Basic kick track, right? Now let's turn on the IK Multimedia T-Rack 6, which is the British channel, and the EQ PG, which is their 560 API. That's a pretty good kick drum sound. If we want to adjust either one of these plugins, we just click on it. Click off module list, click on it. There we go. There's our channel strip. Here's our EQ. And what I love about this, especially when you're working on smaller screens, although I have a big screen in front of me here, it's beautiful. It's nice and blown up. The resolution's really good. It's nice and crisp. It's easy to read. It's really nice, really nice. So let's go back to this British channel here. You get the idea. We can also adjust the compressor here. It looks like it just did the EQ. It didn't even turn the compressor on in this particular preset. Go back a little. So there you go. So you can adjust to tweak it, right? If you want to come over to the EQ, you can tweak the EQ. This is what they kind of put in here. Really cool. Pardon me. So really simple, just using presets. There is a mountain full of presets that you can use. If you want to add something to this, you can just click on module list. We can go back to our gear here. And if you wanted to add something like, let's say, some kind of a saturator here, you can maybe come over here. Say you want to put a little saturator. We just left click and drag this, and you drop it right into the chain. Right into the chain. So it kind of takes the kind of the approach of a lot of the guitar modelers today, like the Helix and the Quad Cortex and those kinds of things, the Fender Tone Master Pro, where you have the icons and you just build your own little signal chains, and then you can reverse things, you can rearrange things if you want to just left click and drag things in and out of the way. Again, if you want to see this, you just click on saturator, and there we go. We got this great saturator now. Really love the way it just looks great. If you want to shut off or remove any particular module, you can just X out of it, or you can shut it off with the power button, or you could just exit out and it'll go away just like that. Really, really simple. So that's kind of and that's as simple as it gets. I mean, it doesn't get any more simple than that. You got basically one plugin that you drop on your tracks. You have all these different filters you can use to pick all your modules, build your own signal chains. You can save your own presets. So if you wanted to save this, let's say, I think you just come up here and do it, right? How do we save? Oh, right here, excuse me. Save. Save as. Kick one, save it, whatever you want to call it. You can put all the different tags and filters in here so you can find it the next time. And then when you want to use that for your future projects, you can just drag that out. And again, that's not any different from saving a preset in any plugin, but I think that's really a nice little feature, speeds up your workflow. Let's talk about a few of the new plugins that come with T-RackS 6. I guess there's 7 new plugins that I'll show you. And then what we'll do, we have some time here. We'll drop this on a kick, a snare, maybe a pair of overheads and a bass guitar, and we'll just throw some of the presets on and just see how it kind of does. And then what you can do is click the link in the description box. You can download these multi-tracks, the 17 tracks here. You can download for yourself, play around with it, and see how you like it. All the links will be in the description box below. So let's first talk about, let's see, the Dual Spring, which is their reverb. So let's show you the first. I'm just going to throw it on this signal chain here so we can see it. There it goes. So here is the Dual Spring. This is one of the brand new plugins, which is like a spring reverb, which is pretty cool. Okay, we're not going to demo all of these. You could demo these for yourself, by the way. You can go to IK Multimedia's website. You could try this for free. This is brand new to T-RackS 6. So if you're wondering, if I have T-RackS 5, should I upgrade to T-RackS 6? Aside from the brand new user interface, they have these 7 new plugins. Here's one of them. The next one is called Delay Lab. Let's check that out. So we go over to Delay. That's going to be this one here. And if you want to see future videos on this where I demo all of these, just let me know in the comments below. I can make specific videos for these if you'd like me to do that. It's up to you. Delay Lab, that's another brand new plugin. Then we also have Channel Strip X. Let's check that out. So that's probably going to be under Dynamics. Channel Strip X. Let's put that on here and we'll check that out. So this is kind of cool. Again, you can break this down by instrument type. You have compressor, a transient, designer or recovery, a de-esser, and EQ all in one plugin, which is kind of nice. Also a stereo enhancer, which is pretty cool as well. That looks like that would be neat. We have Lo-Fi Punch. That's the next one that's brand new to T-Rax. That's probably under here, right? Would that be under here? Harmonic? No, maybe dynamic. Lo-Fi Punch, let's see. It's going to be in alphabetical order, is it not? There it is. Let me put this here. So this is going to give you some lo-fi compression. Oh, we got pitch, noise and flutter, wow and flutter. This is really cool. Here's kind of a saturator, kind of a low-end thing, which is going to be really nice. That'll be cool. And then we also have this thing called the pusher. Let's check out what the pusher looks like. I think that's under harmonic, is it not? Let's see. Here it is. I'll put this in this chain right here. So here is a saturator, a 4-band saturator by frequency. So it's a saturator that you could put at different frequency points, which is pretty neat. And there's 4 different flavors, I guess, of saturation for each one of these bands. So you have a drive control, a color control, a level control, and you can also, that's pretty cool. Band 1, and you could probably slide these around. You sure can. So you have it's like a multi-band saturator. That's probably what we should probably call this thing. At least that's what I'm going to call it. So that's pretty cool. A lot of flexibility. You could put different types of harmonics and drive and saturation in different frequency parts of different parts of the frequency spectrum, and you could dial and customize it. That seems really cool. Another one that I want to try out, maybe we'll try this on bass in a moment, is I think it's called Bass 1. That's going to be probably under EQ if I had to guess. Maybe not. Under other. There it is. It's under the other category. Here's a bass low frequency plugin, saturator. It's got some definition, has a low cut filter, a saturator, an analog, harmonics, a focus for like bass and low end material, bass kick drum, that kind of thing, bass guitar kick drums, that sort of thing. And then the last thing, and the last one that they have is one called Filter Fusion, which I'm not too familiar with. Again, I'll have to check that out in another video. But here is like a step sequencer, a filter plugin. So those are the 7 new plugins that come along with this as well. So let's, while we're here, we're on the kick-in track here. We could probably, now if I want to get rid of these, I can just X these out, right? We can X all this stuff out right here. Let's get rid of the pusher. Let's get rid of lo-fi. Let's get rid of the delay that we put on here. The channel strip that we put on here. We'll keep what they originally gave us, which was the British channel and EQ, but I can also shut this one off. And for this particular kick drum, let's throw that bass 1 on here. That might be interesting. Let's see what that does to a kick drum. So I'm going to bypass the EQ. And let's see what we have here as far as got a lot of control. And then again, if you want, we can pick a preset. So we're here, we're on kick 1. We can go, yeah, let's just stick on that and let's see what it kind of did for us. I like the EQ P a little bit better on this particular element. But that's our drums. That's our kick. Let's throw this on. Let's just go to the snare track here. We got our kick up here. Let's go to, that was our kick in. We can go to kick out, do the same thing. So this one gave us the British channel with the Fairchild 670, which is kind of nice, right? So we got this up here. We can take a look. This is the kick out now. Let's try snare. Well, how much time we got? We got a little bit of time left. Let's go and let's do a little bit of snare. Snare top here. See what we got here. Let's just pick a preset, right? Nice. We'll put on a British channel, a black 76 and 1176. And the other thing I failed to mention that between the modules here, you'll see the meters, which is pretty handy. So you can see the signal going into each plugin and the signal coming out of each plugin as well, which is a good visual representation of the gain staging, which is great. And then we have our saturator. So now if we bypass this, I mean, not bad, right? I mean, just for taking a preset and tweaking it, not bad at all. We have a second snare mic here. So we have two top snare microphones in this particular session, two totally different miking techniques on those. Let's go ahead and let's just pick something else. So again, I would recommend that with these, you start with your presets and then you can always tweak it from there and then find the chains that you like and build them and save them. So we'll just do kick snare here. Let's go down to another snare. Oh, what did I hear here? Snare, more body. Okay. Oops. Interesting. So we use the EQP, the 1073 along with bass 1 for the snare. So if you're looking for that real bottom heavy, real tubby kind of a sound, bass 1 is I wouldn't have thought of that. That's pretty cool. If we blend this with the other snare drum mic. snare bottom. I'll solo this up and I'll just do this. Instead of picking a preset, we could just do something ourselves, right? Or you can pick a preset on the module itself. And this is interesting. With this equalizer button, whatever curve they gave you or whatever curve you set up, you can have more or less of it, and you'll see all the points kind of move relative to each other. Kind of nice. I like the little display here and the transient recovery, which is cool to get a little bit more transient on that. Now let's take this away. Kick, snare, let's do overheads, and then we'll get to bass and guitar, and then we'll leave this video so you guys can download the multi-tracks. Just trying to give you a feel for how this works. Now we're on overheads. Let's see what they got for presets for overheads. Let's just see what they got here. So let's go to mixing. Let's go to drums. Let's just see, what do they have for overheads that we can start with? Fat drum group, not maybe so much. Do they have an overheads thing? I'm sure they do. Open overheads. Yeah, let's try overheads 1. So I like that you can preview the preset before you close out of this window, which is kind of nice. So we got a 1073 and a black 76. Guitar, let's try guitar and then we'll get out of here. So we got a Neve 1081 with a black 76 compressor. Okay, now you want to see the master bus, right? So let's just throw something on the master bus. Then we'll end this video. So let's throw a preset on here. We'll go to mixing. You see how quick and easy this is? Again, just throwing this together. I know the mix isn't really done and it could sound a lot better than this, but just kind of gives you an idea. It's an all-in-one solution, which is what I like. Mix bus 1. So we got a little Dynamu, which is the Varimu compressor with an EQP, a Pultec EQ. So that is a quick overview of the new T-Rack 6. I like it simply because of this all-in-one plugin window is killer. The fact that you have all your plugins right here, you can drag and drop and build your chain, save them as presets, that's awesome. And there's a host of really great plugins in here. I've used most of them. They're all really, really good. This is like a nice kind of an all-in-one solution. So if you're looking for like one big plugin bundle where I just want to buy one set of plugins, have everything that I need from EQ, compression, reverbs, delays, you know, saturators, clippers, master bus stuff. And we didn't even talk about the whole mastering match and the mastering part of this whole T-Rack 6 for mastering sessions, taking a group of songs and mastering them all together and getting them to sound cohesive in like one big body of work. That's another part of T-Rack 6, which is awesome. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to check out the whole mastering suite of this. We only talked about the mixing stuff. But this is a great bundle. I really like it. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do some more videos on the T-Rack 6 bundle. If there's anything specific you want to see, let me know in the comments below and I'll make some future videos with this stuff because I think it is really cool and I'm a big IK Multimedia fan. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video. As I said at the beginning, I want to give you something else for free. So you're going to go to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. You're going to download the free mixing course right at the top of the homepage. You're going to click the link and download the multi-tracks. If you want to take these multi-tracks and you want to check them out for yourself, you get to download those. Take those free courses, mess around with these multi-tracks. If you want to take one of my other full-length training courses on my website, I want to give you a 25% discount coupon code. That coupon code is YouTube25. You put that in the checkout, it'll take 25% off any one of the courses on the website. So until the next video where we take a look at some more IK Multimedia T-Rack 6 plugins, I've been Dave with homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Thank you so much for watching me, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.